Hello, my name is Alison Evans and I'll be talking about mainstream through aesthetics. The question I'll be discussing about is, how does anime make its way into mainstream entertainment by aesthetically pleasing the audience? Let's define what mainstream is. Mainstream is mass consumption due to a certain pattern or if it's commonly known amongst the majority of people, and anime is one of those things. By looking at anime's aesthetics, we will discover why there are certain animes that are mainstreamed. But first, what is the first thing that comes to mind when we hear the word mainstream? Is it common knowledge, the most popular, the most generic, influential? It's all of those things. Anime is a method of animation which of course provides escapism with a taste in Japanese culture. And because anime has beautiful yet unique artwork compared from American cartoons, we can argue that anime's visual aspect is so intriguing that companies have adopted the anime style. American cartoons such as Steven Universe can be drawn from ideas of magical girls or boys, like Sailor Moon and Birinchiku Boebu, and the Avatar franchise are mostly influenced by the anime style itself. Even the new League of Legends music video, A New Journey, sang by Amelie, who's a cover artist for games and anime, has adopted the anime style. So we can say that they all have strong inspiration from anime, so much there's a debate whether it's considered to be anime. So I guess you're wondering, where do we see mainstream anime? Like most entertainment movies and shows, there's no set channel or website. Back in the day, it was hard to find anime to be viewed in the West because streaming services didn't exist. They had to rely on TV channels or, if you're lucky, Foxtel. Networks such as Go, ABC3, Cartoon Network, Roller Coaster or Toonami, rest in peace, they have used to or currently still showing animes on TV channels. But like any other network, they have a set amount of anime viewings. Now we have streaming sites like Netflix, which again only have a limited amount for a limited time. We can see that these animes are in English dubbed and the most well known amongst the anime community. However, there's also Crunchyroll and Funimation Watch, which are primarily for streaming animes, but that's where anime that's been able to get licenses from. But because people are becoming more and more engrossed with anime series, companies such as Funimation, Madman, Crunchyroll, Viz Media, and Aniplex and a few others are legally licensed to produce and sell both the Japanese anime and the mangas with English translation and the English dub versions. This is aimed for primarily English speakers. But companies can't dub every single anime out in the world. They need to make choices of which series will promote better for primary English speakers. They see animes which gives the most hits or the most potential to get more hits, which then be translated into English. Even further applying mainstream animes, there's an aspect in the fandom world called fan dubbing, and a form of fan dubbing is dubbed abridged, where fans are able to change dialect and cut scenes to match a completely different story entirely. Whilst this can be applied to any series, you'll find the most well-known abridged series are Sword Art Online, Dragon Ball, and Free, all of which are mainstream animes. Looking at the typical anime art styles, these all have the exaggerated body parts and features, which makes it seem more aesthetically visually pleasing to the eye. Long legs, arms and necks, and big eyes, eyelashes and face, and over-the-top movements and emotional expressions. This includes unique emotional signs such as the water drop on the head for embarrassment, aspiration or shock, or little droplets presenting panicky emotions, or the angry symbol, which presents angry emotions. This is aesthetically different compared to American cartoons. Do you catch my drift? No? Yes? Well, let me tell you some more then. By following these types of patterns, it's all based on visually fan service, and because the majority of mainstream animes are based on school life or high schooler genres, such as Clannad, Lucky Star, Sailor Moon with multiple series, K-On! Which also had a movie, all had the cutesy styles, or Free, which also had a movie and a prequel, which had lots and lots of fan service. Isekai, also known as parallel or alternate universe genres, such as No Game No Life, RE0, Overlord, or Sword Art Online, emphasizes on the term escapism because the main protagonists are quite literally escaping their world into a new universe altogether. This could mean the world's new structure works in different ways or finding new races which we don't really see on everyday life. This gives a new pacing for what we see as the norm. Being action-based genres tend to have thicker line character art and a lot more particle effects, dusts or blasts, which are more dramatic compared to most American cartoons. Anime such as Attack on Titan, JoJo Bizarre Adventures, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Bleach, Pokemon, Dragon Ball with lots and lots of multiple series, and Soul Eater, which later on had a 180-degree prequel, Soul Eater Not. These are all popular because it's following the unspoken pattern or trait, and unknowingly, mainstream can't easily change patterns. As they say, money talks. Therefore, if more people can get on board with certain patterns or traits, it will be undeniably common, hence becoming more mainstreamed. Surface aesthetic, attention to detail, performativity, codification, historical significance, and transcendence. Quoted by Christian Yano as she discusses about anime patterns being practiced to perfection. Another factor which anime is becoming more mainstream are the components it serves to the audience, such as rapid pacing of camera angles, cheesy color schemes for identifying character archetypes, aka dead airs, exaggerated particle effects, sparkles, dust, power, etc., all of which catches the viewer's eye, where American cartoons mostly have their camera shots at medium shots to long shots. Absolutely overflow with tracking shots, long view establishing shots, fancy pans, unusual point of view camera angles, and extreme close-ups, in contrast to most American-produced TV animation, which tends to thrive in action-obsessed middle distance. In conclusion, anime is a large, profound style of cartoons, which can be easily persuasive to creators by the artworks on how cartoons can be applied. The reason why it's becoming more and more mainstream entertainment is because it's introducing new ways of perspective regarding its visual components and aspects, the exaggerated body features and gestures, intense coloring, rapid camera shots, different creators' anime drawing style, and the line art specifically changes for its genre. And because most animes are originally set in Japan, it gives a sense of aesthetic cultural differences between America and Japan. With that said, mainstream animes do tend to follow a certain stylized pattern, much less how the anime storyline plays out. In a sense, Western regions usually stream mainstream animes, and if you know it, you know it, because the anime voice acting industry in America is dubbing into the English language, which is more aimed towards primarily English speakers. Whether in China, Korea, and Japan, it's streamed more frequently and more animes are broadly known. Thank you for listening.